agenda for Bharat. You're watching Republic.
From your smartphones to your smart televisions, the trending stories are breaking the internet. Trump's tariff war has been making the headlines and Prime Minister Modi has roared back. India has said, bring it on. In fact, it has been made very, very clear by New Delhi by the statement, India does not submit to its bullies. We are also keeping our focus on the chess sensation Divya Deshmukh. Stay tuned for the exclusive conversation with her. Not just this, viewers, in a rather disturbing incident, a 6-year-old Indian origin girl was subjected to brutal racial attack in Ireland. This is another case coming in of racist attack on Indians in Ireland. Last but not the least, the submarine, the Titan submarine that imploded 2 years ago, killing all 5 people on board. There are some explosive revelations coming in as far as that ocean gate is concerned, most glaring ones being that the deaths were completely preventable. We'll get you all this and more in this edition of Trending with me, Rakshita. The star was after raising the tariffs on Indian imports by an additional 25%, bringing the total to 50%. US President Donald Trump issued a warning about potential secondary sanctions against India over its ongoing oil trade with Russia. In fact, Russian oil is, of course, inviting the penalties, but also there are other roadblocks in the trade deal. And 25% reciprocal tariffs plus 25% of additional tariffs. So it makes to a total of 50% tariffs on India. Take a listen into what Donald Trump said after he was asked about the 50% tariff.
Indian officials have said that there are other countries that are buying Russian oil.
It's okay.
Like China, for instance,
It's
buys
okay.
more.
Yeah.
Why are you singling India out for these additional sanctions?
It's only been 8 hours, so let's see what happens over the next.
Sharp rebuttal, Prime Minister Narendra Modi set the record straight. He made it amply clear that India does not bow down to its bullies and it sure does not take the threats lightly.
हमारे लिए अपने किसानों का हित सर्वोच्च प्राथमिकता है। भारत अपने किसानों के, पशुपालकों के और मछुआरे भाई बहनों के हितों के साथ कभी भी समझौता नहीं करेगा। और मैं जानता हूं व्यक्तिगत रूप से मुझे बहुत बड़ी कीमत चुकानी पड़ेगी, लेकिन मैं इसके लिए तैयार हूं। मेरे देश के किसानों के लिए, मेरे देश के मछुआरों के लिए, मेरे देश के पशुपालकों के लिए आज भारत तैयार है।
So nation first, no compromise is the message. US has cited India's direct and indirect oil imports from Russia as the major reason of doubling down with an additional 25% tariff from the initial 25% that was announced earlier. And when confronted with the reality of how US tariffs are skewed against India, while other nations like China are getting a free pass, Trump was again at a loss for words.
Sanctions.
You're going to see a lot more.
So this is a taste of
You're going to see a lot more. You're going to see so much secondary sanctions.
Sanctions.
You're going to see a lot more.
So this is a taste of
You're going to see a lot more. You're going to see so much secondary.
And now this is not the first time, viewers, that Trump has been, or at least appeared, clueless when it comes to the questions asked on this duplicity. In a pointed exchange just yesterday, a journalist had highlighted India's claim that the US continues to import Russian uranium and fertilizers while criticizing New Delhi for buying Russian energy. Now, Trump looked completely clueless. he claimed, I don't know anything about that. We'll get back to you on that. The motormouth Trump was in fact quick to flip and just move on.
That the U.S. imports Russian uranium, chemicals, fertilizers, while criticizing their energy imports. Your response to that, sir?
I don't know anything about it. I'd have to check, but we'll get back to you on that. Yeah, please.
Being joined by market expert Ajay Bagga on the broadcast. Thank you so much, sir. A very good evening to you. And this is, of course, Donald Trump once again at a loss of words. We just saw he is just threatening. He's trying to be a trader as that he has been for the longest time, bargaining so hard, now threatening secondary tariffs. India, for the first time we see such strong language has been used by the MEA in its response. And however, the Prime Minister, that nation comes first, the farmers come first, no compromise. What do you see could be happening next?
Well, with India, I think we'll have to negotiate hard. We'll have to negotiate out of the headlines backstage with Trump. It's not an easy negotiation because, what the EU, Japan, South Korea have offered, zero tariffs on US goods coming into their countries, plus promises of buying huge amounts of US energy, US weaponry, and third, promises of investments. Now, slowly, as people are looking through the headlines and coming on the detailing, they're realizing those investment dollars are not there. The EU is made up of 27 European countries. Those countries are not willing to invest in the US on a sovereign basis. They are saying our companies will decide where to invest. US has already claimed 90% profits from those investments, but those investments themselves are a mirage. So when this comes to implementation time, you will find a lot of problem. There's a lot of exaggeration rhetoric in terms of how these deals have been announced. And as you go into the detailing, you will realize that a lot of it is undoable. One small example, the EU energy bill is about $75 billion. And they have signed up with Trump to buy $750 billion of US energy fuels over the next 3 years. Now, where will that get used, and why will they buy such a huge, enormous amount, more than their requirement? So those are the things that need to be looked at. It's good India has stayed very steady. India has been very statesmanlike, very factual, and we are replying from the formal channels instead of using informal channels. We'll have to just stick to this approach, and eventually something good will come out of this.
Mr. Bagga, India has struck back with the words, as you said, with formal channels. Do you think, in trade-wise, is there a scope, or is it a possibility, or India can afford to levy retaliatory tariffs?
I don't think that's needed because, the broader relationship is strong with the US. We should not go down the path of retaliation. However, I'll give you one example, which earlier in the day you were breaking the news, that Spain is not going to buy F-35s. So that is going to hit the US straight because, remember, Spain said that we don't need to invest so much in our defense. We never took part in World War II. We are a neutral country on the edge of Europe. We are not threatened by the Russians. We don't want to buy 5% of our GDP when we have to spend so much more on other things like housing and retirals and education, health. So, but Trump forced them into taking a 5% of GDP budget on defense, and then he's trying to make them buy American goods for it. So it's, the entire Europe has been really forced into that you start spending 5% of your GDP on defense, and who's going to supply those defense equipment? The US. Now, Spain is fighting back with that F-35. And this is the broader issue. It's not only the Russian oil. Once we solve for Russian oil, suppose next week Trump and Putin shake hands and he says Putin is the greatest guy and I have led to peace, I am getting the Nobel Peace Prize. Will Trump stop the tariffs? He will then say, why are you buying Russian defense equipment?
Yes.
When Iron Dome is there, why are you buying S-400s? We are going to buy 6 more batteries of S-400s. We are going to jointly produce Sukhoi 57s, the latest generation fighters from the Russian stable, where they're giving us the technology, the engine, everything. Unlike America, where we have to really watch and see if there is a kill switch in those defense equipment. So this is not going to end.
Yes.
This will continue.
Right, sir.
And yes.
Right, sir. Mr. Ajay Bhagwat, thanks so much for joining us on Republic TV with your thoughts on that story. We are being interrupted by breaking news coming in from Canada right now. In less than a month, there has been a firing. Another firing reported from Kapil Sharma's Surrey Cafe. Second time this month, in less than a month, in fact, viewers, attack on Kapil Sharma's Cafe in Canada's Surrey. Breaking news coming in, Indian entertainment star, Indian comedian and actor Kapil Sharma. Once again, his cafe has come under attack in Surrey. At least 6 bullet holes have been found in the damaged and destroyed windows of the Caps Cafe, as it's called. And police yet to share details of the latest shooting, but they are on the scene investigating. And this is the breaking news we have right now. Viewers remember just a few days back he had opened up on this. He shared a video responding to the situation, and he in fact also thanked the mayor and the police in Surrey for the protection, for standing up to the violence he had written in that post. But this is coming in right after that video as well. So second time in a month, in less than a month, Kapil Sharma's cafe attacked in Canada's Surrey. And remember, there was a Khalistani angle to it back then. There was the Khalistani group that was Khalistani terror group that was behind it and had claimed responsibility for the attack on Caps Cafe. And now we see there's another firing, another attack on Kapil Sharma's cafe. And this is the breaking news we have. The first one, of course, came a few days ago. And we are getting in more updates on that. Viewers will try and get you more updates. The first firing happened on the 10th of July. And several gunshots were heard back then as well. 10 bullet holes were visible back then in the damage that was visible. And now once again we see that there is another attack. So viewers, we see that Khalistanis are being given a free run in Canada for the longest time. Back then, the responsibility was taken on that 10th of July attack. We do not know who's behind this one, but earlier it was a pro-Khalistani terror group. And in fact, Pannu had also issued a threat against Kapil Sharma. Back then it was Harjeet Singh Laddi who had in fact claimed the attack. He's of Babbar Khalsa International. This is another attack in less than a month on Caps Cafe. So breaking news coming in. That video, of course, showed how a man was relentlessly firing at the cafe. This time again, what we understand is from an eyewitness, Bob Singh, who lives in the area. He had called the police and he called 1130 news radio, and he said that he heard the shots. He heard the shots, he heard the firing, 5 or 6 shots, and then the police had arrived. So that's the breaking news. This happened on 85 Avenue, Scott Road, 85 Avenue and Scott Road. And it's the second time in less than a month that the cafe owned by India's Indian artist Kapil Sharma has become the target of firing. And this is the second time 6 bullets fired in this latest attack on Kapil Sharma's Caps Cafe. Remember, the investigation has been underway. Even he was questioned at his Mumbai residence also by the police on this. All right, viewers, so we'll try and get you more details. It's just preliminary information that we're getting in right now from Canada's Surrey. And we do not know if anybody has claimed responsibility about on this attack. But this is, again, a cause of big concern. How these elements, radical elements, have been given a free hand. And clearly they have no fear of law and order in Canada, that they attempted to do this for a second time in less than a month. And there could be another gang behind it. We do not know yet. And this is the breaking news we have. Again, he has been targeted. And what we know is that he's being threatened also. There could be a possible hand of the Lawrence gang. And we'll get you more details on that. But that's the breaking news we have. Kapil Sharma's cafe has been targeted yet again in Canada's Surrey for the second time in less than a month. A cafe owned by India's Kapil Sharma becoming the target of fire. And this is the breaking news we have right now. So second attack on Kapil Sharma's cafe in Canada. And as I was saying, that it could be Lawrence Bishnoi gang behind it. He has taken responsibility. He's claimed responsibility in the latest. We are getting confirmation that Lawrence Bishnoi gang has claimed responsibility for this attack. So Lawrence Bishnoi gang, remember, issuing threats to Kapil Sharma. And now the gang has also targeted him. And this is another incident, viewers. We have seen Lawrence Bishnoi gang targeting Punjabi artists for a long time now. And this is another example. Now we have another attack on Kapil Sharma. Of course, he's also a Punjabi entertainer. He's also been part of the Punjabi industry, but he's now a Bollywood face as well. But this is, viewers, Lawrence Bishnoi gang that has claimed responsibility. The Lawrence Bishnoi gang that is based, of course, in... Okay, we have the video, the fresh video coming in on your screens, viewers. The video of this latest attack on Cap's Cafe on your screens right now. This is... I think there is some commotion, there is some movement. It could have been taken from inside a car, I believe. This is the breaking news. You can see latest video, there's an emoji, there's a sticker that is actually obstructing the view with whoever has permanently, of course, shared this video. But you can see that Lawrence gang has claimed responsibility, threatened Kapil Sharma yet again. And he has also said that if he does not listen to them, then the next attack, they are insinuating the next action will be taken in Mumbai. In Mumbai, where Kapil Sharma resides with his family. He has been threatened now by Lawrence gang that he takes responsibility and for the firing that took place at Kapil Sharma's Cap's Cafe in Surrey. And Mumbai police, of course, is verifying this post. And the threat that was posted on social media says that this time that the target will not be Canada, but Mumbai. And this is the latest video that has been shared. Right now, we cannot, of course, verify this video ourselves. So we are giving this disclaimer that this is a video that has been accessed. We cannot verify this. But Lawrence Bishnoi gang has taken responsibility, claiming responsibility of this attack on social media. Mumbai police is, of course, verifying this post. It was in touch with Kapil Sharma earlier. Mumbai police had questioned Kapil Sharma, had in fact sought an inquiry also a few days back on the first attack that happened on the 10th of July. Gursimran Singh joins us live on the broadcast from Gursimran. Well, we see Lawrence Bishnoi gang once again targeting artists, and this time this second attack has been claimed. You know, this second attack has been claimed by the Lawrence Bishnoi gang, and now they go on to say, it goes on to say that the next time he is going to be targeted in Mumbai.
See, we have seen that in the past also there have been direct links that has emerged between the Gangster terrorist network and this time the Lawrence Bishnoi. Last time it was the Babar Khalsa International that was being operated from Pakistan was behind this. Wadawa's name surfaced during the investigation that was called in, and it was very clear that immediately it was done so as to instill a sense of fear and also to ensure that these artists, those who are from the Bollywood or from the India, they do not operate without the will profile of these terrorist and the gangster groups outside the country. That attack was aimed at that, and there was a video that was also shared by the operatives of Babbar Khalsa International that operates from the Pakistan on the behest of ISI. And now Lawrence Bishnoi is claiming the responsibility of the second attack that has been carried out on the Surrey Cafe of comedian and the Bollywood actor Kapil Sharma. This has happened for the second time in last 30 days, which raises a serious concern that how in Canada the situation has become, because a couple of days ago we have seen these Khalistani radicals. They try to open their so-called embassy in the Canada, and
Yes.
now once again the Indian actors and their assets in Surrey, they have been targeted. This means that they are getting a free run. That is a serious concern, and time and again has been taken up with the Canadian authorities. Now coming to this very incident that has been reported, because the first incident has a clear link with the Babbar Khalsa International that is being operated by.
We also have Daniel Bodman, who's joining us from Canada right now. You know, Daniel, we've seen these threats being issued by the gangs, especially the Khalistan-linked gangs as well. The first attack was before less than a month, claimed by Babbar Khalsa International terrorists, and this time again, the gangs had the audacity. They have no fear of law and order. In Canada, at least, we understand that a second attack has been attempted at Kapil Sharma's cafe. Daniel. Daniel, can you hear me? Am I audible to you? All right, we'll try and connect with Daniel in just a bit from now, viewers. But yes, as Gursimran was telling us, that it's not the first time we've seen these gangs, especially the Khalistan-linked terror groups, also functioning, flourishing in Canada, flourishing on Canadian soil, and targeting Indians, targeting Punjabi artists as well. And this is a second attack in less than a month that has happened in Canada. The same cafe attacked in less than a month in Surrey, and bullets fired at Cap's Cafe. You can hear the second videos, audio is up, you can hear the bullet shots, the bullets being fired, and Lawrence Bishnoi gang has taken responsibility, has claimed responsibility, and it has also gone on to threaten that there will be a second attack. It will be a second attack in Mumbai, it says. So this is a threat on social media being verified by Mumbai police. Okay, I'm told that Daniel Bodman is back with us. Daniel, well, we clearly see that it's a free run given to the gangsters in Canada. Second time in less than a month, Kapil Sharma's cafe attacked.
Yeah, I mean, this is a big test for the Carney government. It was his first major sort of Khalistani quasi-terrorist attack. Remember, the Babbar Khalsa International did take credit for the first one. And when they saw that the response of the city was not to try and arrest the person who put the video out of them committing the crime, but their big problem was the fact that social media, things were being shared on social media and crimes were being shared on social media, not that crimes were being committed in real life. So because they didn't try and stop the criminal in real life, turns out more crimes happened in real life than did that. So this is pretty much the state of Canada, where we have a laissez-faire attitude towards crime. And when serious crimes do happen, we try and find the least serious element of the crime to focus on. In this case, you know, posting pictures on Facebook instead of shooting live ammunition at human beings. So this is the end result, is the Khalistanis obviously saw that there wasn't any action taken against them, so they went back and committed more violence, it looks like, right now. So that's the state of Canada. The criminal deterrence is nearly non-existent, and the Khalistanis kind of feel like they have full reign to commit extortion, violence, intimidation, you name it.
Yeah. Right. Daniel, thank you so much for joining us on Republic TV, viewers. So we'll keep a close eye on the developments from Canada, but right now it's time to bring this edition to a conclusion, bring this edition of Trending to an end. And with that, time for a short break. Don't go anywhere. Thanks for watching.
पैसा लगाना है तो सेंचुरी क्लब प्राइम पे लगाओ, डूबेगा नहीं, जलेगा भी नहीं, कोई खा नहीं जाएगा, धोखा नहीं देगा, ऊपर नीचे भी नहीं होगा, सेफ रहेगा, सिक्योर्ड, मिनिमम 30 साल का रिटर्न देगा। अब इससे बेटर इन्वेस्टमेंट है तो बताओ। सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम, रहो बेफिक्र।
कुछ तो सस्ता लो,
सब बढ़िया लो।
इसमें क्या खास बात है?
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद, यही तो है इसकी खास बात।
मसाला।
आधे बाउल दही में 4 चम्मच MDH